Welcome back to the Game Haus Overwatch League recap. Stage 3 is upon us, as well as some major changes to the roster of many teams. Let's get into Night 1. The first match of the night was one with a lot of hype behind it, with the Dallas Fuel and Shanghai Dragons debuting reworked rosters and new players. Most notably was the premiere of Gregory, the first female player in the Overwatch League. The first map was Volkskaya, and the Fuel were clearly looking to start the stage off right. The Texan team came out strong defensively, keeping the Dragons at 1 point, while grabbing 2 for themselves. Map 2 saw the emergence of a new star within the Dragons lineup. Edo dominated with his Genji performance, taking out player after player on the Fuel with his expertly executed ultimates. Unfortunately for Shanghai, this performance was not enough to bring a map victory to the team, with the Fuel going up 2-0. Map 3 saw another all-star performance in this match, this time coming from the Fuel's AKM. AKM was forced to be reckoned with this match, and Azilio's plays were no exception. His efforts as Widowmaker helped secure the Fuel both a map and a match win, moving forward 3-0. Junkertown saw a glimmer of hope of what was possible for the new Shanghai Dragons. They suffered from a lack of experience as a team and language issues, but were able to band together to take map 4 and end the match with 1 point to Fuel's 3. The second match of the night was between the Los Angeles Valiant and the Seoul Dynasty. The Valiant were debuting Kusta, their newest member that resulted in a trade with the Dallas Fuel. The Dynasty were playing around with a new starting lineup, and the possibilities for the match were endless. Map 1 saw the Valiant assertively complete their attack run, lightly setting the tone for the match, and hopefully for their sake, the stage. The real tone of the match was set when the Dynasty were unable to take a single point, losing map 1. The Valiant took Numbani by storm, with their offensive run overriding all of the Dynasty's defensive efforts. When it was the Dynasty's turn to take a swing at attack, they managed to power through 2 points, but were held up on the third. Unfortunately for them, they were unable to stop the Valiant and lost the map. There was still hope for the Dynasty to stay in contention for the match win, and they needed to literally take control. Nepal saw more dominance from the Valiant, however, with the hometown team snatching both points A and B from Seoul and winning the match 3-0. The Dynasty needed to come together and take Junkertown if they wanted to avoid being swept, but the Valiant clearly had other plans for them. The Valiant destroyed their opponent by denying them a single point and took the series 4-0. The final match of the night was between San Francisco Shock and the Los Angeles Gladiators. The Shock finished Stage 2 in the bottom half of the rankings, with the Gladiators finishing in the top. So both teams are looking to pull out high performances for different motivations. The intensity of both teams was seen right from the get-go, with the Shock bursting into point 1 and the Gladiators responding accordingly with a harsh battle for point 2. Both teams eventually ended the map with completions, and it was a second round that determined the winner, which ended with the Gladiators winning 4 points to 3. Map 2 is another close battle between both teams, with an initial map completion secured by both. The Shock Sinatra made his league debut in this match, and the Shock saw a huge contribution from his domination on Tracer. His contributions helped bring the Shock a map win, tying the match 1-1. Ilios saw the Shock start to turn things around in their favor. We've said it before, and we'll say it again, but control maps have a way of defining moments in matches. This time the Shock took both points A and B and commanded the lead in the match, with a score of 2-1. Junkertown was map 4, and the Gladiators needed an extra burst of power if they wanted to take things to a map 5. The Shock completed their attack run, earning them 3 points, and when it came to the Gladiators' turn, both teams were turned to 11. In the end, the Gladiators fell short of success, with the Shock holding them to only 1 point with some excellent defense. The Shock won the match 3-1, and the night concluded. The first night of Stage 3 is over, and we'll be here each week to keep you up to date. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and check us out on Facebook and Twitter. As always, from our house to yours, and keep it here at the Game Haus for all your sports and esports needs.